Hey guys, Jeff here with Passive Income Unlocked. So probably one of the biggest challenges that I see with people that are first getting into blogging is they have a hard time staying motivated. So when you first get into it, I was the same way. You're going to probably consume a lot of content out there, watch a lot of YouTube videos. You're going to see a lot of people selling it as a get-rich-quick scheme. Hopefully I don't come across that way. I try to be realistic with all you guys that it's going to take you a solid year's work to start seeing a payback. But whatever the case, you're going to get a lot of that in your face where this can happen overnight basically, and there's all these shortcuts you can take and so on. Even if you're more realistic about it though, and you say, okay, this is going to take me a year to get to $1,000 a month or whatever, a year is still a very long time to keep yourself motivated. A lot of people, what will happen is they will be very, very motivated up front, and they'll get to the point of niche selection, and then they'll give up. Some people will make it a little bit further. They will get to the point of keyword research, then they'll give up. Some people will go even further than that. Maybe they'll actually produce one article or 5 articles or even 10 articles, but then they'll see no traction from those articles, and then they'll give up as well. So this is actually the reason why there's still room for growth for new websites, is because the vast majority of people that go into this, they just give up. It's very difficult to keep yourself motivated long enough to start seeing a return where it gets easier and easier. And the reason for this, it all comes down to goal setting. So most people, when they go into this, they don't really have a strategy. Basically, they just have a goal of, I want to make $1,000 a month. I want to make $2,000 a month. I want to be able to quit my job. I want to be able to have a side income that will pay for this, this, and this. Those are their goals, and that's it. And that's what they're chasing from day one. It's very easy to stay motivated chasing those types of goals for a very short period of time. But when you're not closing that gap and getting towards that goal, within that first month or so, it's going to be very, very difficult to keep yourself going. So that's why this all comes down to goal setting. So instead of setting those goals like $1,000 a month and so on, what you want to do instead, and this is not a one-size-fits-all thing, everybody's different, but what I recommend and what works for me, what works for a lot of other people, is to set task-oriented goals. So instead of chasing a dollar value, what you do instead is you set goals that you can accomplish that are task related for every day or every week or something like that. You can say, I want to write 2 blog posts a week. Or you can break it down further and say, I want to write for 30 minutes every day. I'm going to do this after my kids go to bed at 9 p.m. From 9 p.m. to 9:30, I'm going to write 30 minutes a day or something like that. Basically, you set goals that are easier to accomplish and something that you can hold yourself accountable to at shorter intervals instead of looking at something like a year down the road. So I recommend setting these goals as small as you can. Basically, if you set them very, very small, so I'm going to do this for 30 minutes every day, I'm going to do this for 30 minutes every day, something like that, makes those goals more achievable. And because they're more achievable, it's easier to get started on them, which means that you're more likely to actually do them. So as you start to check off these goals each day, instead of focusing on that big carrot that's hanging out in front of you way down the road, you're just chasing those micro goals each day or each week, and you will start to make progress towards that bigger goal. So maybe 3 months into it or 6 months into it, now you're making $100 a month or $200 a month or something like that. Or maybe you're not making any money yet, but you're starting to see some traffic on your site. You're starting to see that graph go up in the right direction, and that's going to help you to keep going towards that bigger goal. Your ultimate goal is still to make that 1,000, 2,000, quit your job, whatever it is that you had initially. That's still your goal. But instead of chasing that, you're chasing those daily goals or those weekly goals, the task-oriented goals. And as you keep going throughout the year, it just gets easier and easier and easier to keep yourself motivated. And it's those people that get to that point that get over the hump, and they actually eventually do reach those goals that are way out there. So hopefully that helps some of you guys out. That is it for this one, and I will see you guys in the next one.